mind. I'm letting you guys finish that. Beryl Evans is made up too, right? I remember when I
Is that a
first saw
question?
no, it's just
Oh.
rhetorical. When I first saw Charlie the Choo Choo on Amazon, I was like, "Oh my god, it's a real book!" And look, Beryl Evans really wrote it. And see, so now I remember who wrote the book. Is it Beryl Evans or Claudia Bachman in our?
It says Beryl Evans on Charlie the Choo Choo.
Yeah, so now we need a copy with the other one, right?
Is there a copy with the other one?
I don't know. That's a good question. I hope there's only 2 people that wrote that book. My God.
Well, wait, which Beryl Evans is which world? The real one, right?
Not the real one.
No, I thought, yeah, Claudia.
Claudia's the real one.
The fake one. No. Well,
Claudia's
they're
the real
both Claudia. Wait, no.
Well, they're both fake. I mean,
Claudia is the fake one because the name is Claudia Y. Inez Bachman. And he's like, well, I don't know where the Y comes from, but Claudia Inez Bachman is Richard Bachman's fake wife.
Right.
Right, but Claudia is the real author. Beryl Evans is not. In Keystone. Claudia is Keystone Earth. Beryl Evans
No,
is
it's
not
not.
Keystone. We just did this.
Claudia
like 20 minutes ago.
is Richard Bachman's fake wife's name.
Right. In Stephen King's world.
Which is Keystone Earth.
Right. So she would be the real author of Charlie the Choo Choo and not Beryl Evans like it was on Jake's original book.
Yes.
But in Stephen King's Keystone world, he knows the name as Richard Bachman's wife.
Right.
Who didn't write anything.
Well, neither did Beryl Evans.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like, all I can tell you is that Eddie said Claudia Inez Bachman is the real one from Keystone Earth and not Beryl Evans. So
when did he say that?
Like a couple like an hour ago in the podcast we were talking about it. Because I said I didn't like her name. I like Beryl Evans. I wanted her to be the real one. Do you remember that? Or maybe that was maybe I was talking to myself at that point. Who knows?
No, I feel like I remember you saying that.
Okay. So I don't know the rationale, but I know that Claudia Inez Bachman is the quote real one.
So Claudia Inez, why Inez Bachman?
Well, E.
Or Claudia, whatever.
I read it as
Inez Bachman.
You mean is the E included or the Y included? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think there was some minor differentiation there. I don't know why that's it. Why would you have an "and" in someone's name? Isn't that kind of weird?
They had the whole point was that somebody changed the name to make it 19 letters.
Oh, that's why they added the E.
That's why that name is fake.
Except it's not.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's what they said. The real one is Claudia Inez Bachman, who is
right. The real one is Claudia Inez
Bachman's wife. Claudia E. Inez Bachman is who wrote the book. Who's fake?
Nope.
Okay,
I guess
you find that part. Hold on. We'll keep going. I'll find it.
It was like an hour ago. I don't know. I could ask Rob.
Something made 293. I know what page it's on. I take page notes.
Okay, so why does he have a black shadow around him? I guess was where all that started. So.
It's called a Todana.
Is it?
It's a death bag.
Oh. Well, I know what that is because a lot of people have them in Stephen King stories. And I can't. I can't think of who it was. Who has death bags around them that somebody sees in one of his stories? Anyway, I
don't know what that means, but so it says here, Claudia Bachman was just a name. Claudia E. Inez Bachman, though she was Katet.
obviously, so Beryl Evans is out the window. The only question is Claudia or Claudia E. Would Stephen King exist in any of those other worlds? Eddie thought maybe not. So Stephen King only exists in Keystone Earth, whatever that means. Does that go? But that doesn't go for everyone, right? Most people have other versions of themselves. In fact, we know Eddie and Jake and them do. I guess
But
God.
how is that possible? I mean, Stephen King is writing a story. He's not writing a bunch of different versions.
I don't know, that's like some kind of rabbit hole that I don't want to figure out right now. If he, so then there's only one version of the story, even though there's many Earths. I'm not sure I can figure that out. Claudia is his wife, Claudia Inez Bachman. Somebody had added, Claudia Inez Bachman only had 18 letters, so somebody added the Y. And why? Yeah. That doesn't really help us though, right?
Not currently.
I'm just gonna move on from her.
Says Beryl Evans is the name of the author who wrote Charlie the Choo Choo. Claudia E. Inez Bachman. Crap, I just lost it. Beryl Evans' name is changed to Claudia E. Inez Bachman when Eddie and Jake go Todash and visit. Okay, the Manhattan of the Mind. So.
Well, we know that because they freaked out.
Right.
Are you in a concordance or are you in a?
Nothing. Never mind.
Oh no, you don't have. Are you Googling that? Let me see what Robin says. Because I think we're pretty much.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's a lot of rabbit holes to go down, so we're just gonna leave that one. All things serve the beam, the writer said and sighed. The sound was terrible in his sadness. I've never heard it said that way. Usually all things serve the beam is kind of fate or almost a good thing, and then this is like all things serve the beam. And if God's saying that. So the whole scene with him and his brother in the barn and the spiders, he saw Cuthbert and Eddie during that?
Well, yeah, he said he saw them coming in and saving him.
I thought Eddie is Cuthbert.
I don't know.
Well, not literally.
Well, no, like a reincarnation of him or something.
I mean, I think Roland called him that, but I don't think we're supposed to take that.
The part at the end, he says that he envisioned a gunslinger saving him, but he does say that he saw them as twins when he's just telling the story. So I don't know.
Oh, so he saw them. Okay, so that was his imagination. I thought he was saying they came to say they literally like traveled there or something.
No, that was when they were born, quote unquote, so to speak, I guess.
Okay. Well, I guess that didn't work. How did this? Okay, so first of all, is this normal? I guess this is real, but chickens have like thousands of spiders in them.
God, I hope not.
I kind of don't want to eat any more chicken.
I mean, I don't know if that part is real, but I also don't know what happens to a bird when it gets bird flu. So
Did they get a bunch of spiders from bird?
Probably not. I'm imagining it's not that much, but like when you're a little kid, it probably was horrific if that's what happened. If you walk into a barn and saw a bunch of dead chickens who died from bird flu, and then he had to stay in there and finish sawing wood until he was done. The whole time he's just like going crazy thinking about these things attacking him or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
what was wrong with Uncle?
I don't know why I read the chickens as being alive. Were they dead?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes it a little bit better.
Did he actually see the spiders if they're in their guts? Like I don't. Like yeah, I've had. Well, do you know what a pregnant spider looks like? if that's the
I
right
Mhm.
don't want to.
Yeah, I've stepped on one of them before on purpose, not realizing what was going on, and that's not a good situation.
Ugh.
Well,
They, they, yeah, they definitely carry like hundreds of eggs on their back, and they all hatch when you fucking step on them.
What does that have to do with chickens?
Next topic.
Because that's what I was picturing, but the spiders are inside, so he wasn't actually seeing all the spiders running around, I think, is the way I'm interpreting this.
I don't know. There may not have been spiders at all. Like that could have just been added.
Nah, maybe Oren was making it up just to traumatize him. Like you're like, what's wrong with that guy? Because like he's making this little kid like saw wood with who, I don't know. But I like I'll be a vampire. I'll be a slave to him, his scribe maybe, pet writer. Well, who's the Lord of Spiders, the Crimson King, the Crimson King Tower pen. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, me neither.
So is this
Is that like a serpent?
maybe is this where the Crimson King was born? I guess same time as Eddie and Cuthbert.
Yes, yeah. So the Crimson King was the like evil in the birds or whatever, and then the gunslinger came in to save him from them.
And he's interesting. And he's telling Roland this under hypnosis. So for Roland, this is like, right, kind of earth-shattering news. This is the birth of the Crimson King. We can go back to whatever year that was, and why don't they just go visit Stephen King and tell him not to write about the Crimson King?
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I don't think it works like that because they said that forces of the Crimson King have been trying to stop him from writing the story for so long.
Ta-da.
It sounds like a
You like that?
physical entity.
What did you say?
Um,
Sorry.
He's his own entity. It sounds like.
The King? Oh,
Yeah.
I think he is. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. So I don't think that's when the Crimson King was born. I just think that's when Stephen King was aware of its presence for the first time.
Yeah.
His presence.
But didn't he make all these? Aren't they of the opinion that everything they know he created?
That's what we just said. They are outside entities of Stephen King. The Crimson King, Gan, whatever.
Okay. Got what is data jum data jingers goddamn lobsters bit off your fingers.
I know, I love that.
Like yeah, a way to make Roland feel better, right? Actually, Roland told him that. Start with the lobstrosities biting off my fingers. Like, well, maybe you should have told him to start with them not biting off your fingers. Like if he said start with the lobstrosities and have him not bite my fingers off, like would he have looked down at his hand and had 2 more fingers?
That's a good point.
Maybe. Maybe he feels like he can't change what's happened to this point, though.
Well,
Because maybe then he wouldn't have needed Eddie or any of the others.
there's many paradoxes, I think. I don't know who Patrick O'Brien is, but that's where Matoran came from. I didn't know that. Shardik I knew was Richard Adams, but I've never heard of Richard Adams other than Stephen King. So yeah, he repurposed all that stuff. Even Zoltan. Yeah. I can't hear the name Zoltan without picturing like a crow or raven or whatever they are. Like even like from The Stand. The baby will kill her if it's not quick. Damn, I'm not even there yet. I think right, so we have to do the Dixie Pig still, right?
Oh god, I forgot about all of that. Yeah, all of Jake
Jesus
and
Christ. Like I'm kind of tired.
I mean, we've been jumping around, so I feel like we got the end.
we have a habit of doing that. Well, Jake and Callahan's the last chapter, right? So
nearly got so mad
Oi.
What?
when there's that brief moment that you're like, dear God, did Oi get hit by a taxi?
Oh yeah. Little suspense.
Yeah, why did he even put that in there, you little dickhead? Like one sentence of, oh no, oh no, he's fine. Like, okay, well, you didn't make it, like, you didn't drag it out very far. You just put it in there for the hell of it.
It's like going to commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, like, I kind of like what I make notes when I'm reading it, so I have like stream of consciousness, like, Oi better be okay, I swear to God.
Oh
Jake loses his shit.
Yeah, he does.
my God, yeah.
He's about to fucking shoot that guy in the side of the road. Like, okay, maybe you need to control your. I mean,
At least they're in New York.
yeah, right. I know, because they didn't exactly run away from there, and there wasn't actually any cops coming to see what. There was actually, eventually, but like, I don't feel like they went very far away, and nobody was like, "Hey, that's them right there," you know. Like, they should have been hiding somewhere, in the subway or running as far the fuck as they could away from there. But it's New York, so nobody cared. But I forget what the fuck I was saying before that.
Well, the other thing is I'm glad that Jake and Callahan are even alive, because up until we saw their names, I kind of forgot about them.
Yeah, in the first part we were like, what the fuck, man? What's going on with them? Like that's kind of the first time we see them since they went through the door, right?
That
Yeah.
is, yeah.
It is the first time we see them. Wait, did we do? Where's Susannah and Mia? Did I skip over that? I mean,
I mean, I
having
think
the baby, talking to Sayer. Oh yeah, I did go past that. So Susannah and Mia don't. Where do we leave them? They have not had the baby yet, right?
No.
They're about to.
I mean, up to the end of the book, they still haven't had the baby. They
Right,
are
which is just
technically
having, but
he is born in like the last sentence, but that doesn't really count.
isn't the last sentence. Stephen King's dead.
Well, okay, before the coda it says, and on the wings of that song, Mordred Deshane, son of Roland, and one other, oh, can you say Discordia, came into the world.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, the whole, I guess, having the baby scene wasn't much to it. Although those beds seemed a lot like the Dr. Bug's beds. I don't know if they're the
Well,
same
those are
ones.
where the poor twins go.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's what I was talking about when we got cut off, how there was some Kala information in there. Yeah, those are, and those beds, where are they?
Well,
That's a good point.
pathetic.
So that, like, they were going to the Dixie Pig? It doesn't seem right.
it kind of seems to be like there's a mirroring effect going on, because they're like in the Dixie Pig, but also like in FedEx.
Yeah, also not. You must have went through a door. Go figure.
Right.
Yeah, because the door could have been like a portal to FedEx or something.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's definitely
Yeah.
something in there.
No, wait, I actually remember, I just saw that. Susannah says to have the power to transport me here, something like that. And I was looking at that other line.
From FedEx, from Demon World or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like what is his name? Harrigan, the street preacher that they meet.
Yeah.
The Church of the Holy God Bomb. I'm not even sure how to feel about that. Wait, is he preaching the apocalypse, or is he just like bam, like in your face with God? But I like that guy, and I guess the whole point of him is the weird way Susannah tried to leave him a message, and then in the end, well, it was. Wait, it's about the turtle. No, what did she? No, his message was different, right?
Because he's the one that told him where she went and to go to the hotel. He's the one that told them, excuse me.
Ah, the hotel was the important part. Okay.
And then while Mia was distracted by the song, she threw the turtle down.
Yes, we kind of skipped over that part. Okay, yeah, when they go in. And that's what you were saying. Like, come on, like the song wasn't that great.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that, but
She was again. Maybe who knows? Maybe she never heard a song before in her life outside of like the Demon Quartet songs.
just a music loving demon, yeah.
He wants to have a baby and go to festivals. And maybe both at the same time. The can, yeah, what's Can Kala? I think you said that earlier. Oh, angels. Okay, Amber. Gan denies the can toy. Have we heard that word before? Or Allie, I guess. Have we heard can toy before? You know what that means?
Well, I feel like I did in Desperation. I don't know if we have in this book though.
Ooh, that's a good one.
We did once, but
I think that word is in Desperation, which makes it a no doubter at that point, right?
Yeah.
Amber, you gotta read Desperation. I have the audiobook. I forgot how Dark Towery that book gets.
I didn't know until now.
It's kind of religious-y because well, never mind.
Oh, it's very religious-y.
Right. I'm not going to explain. I'm not going to explain why because just read it. But which is an interesting, I guess, dichotomy there between the Dark Tower or God, and if it's God, is that knowing it's now a Dark Tower book changes who God could possibly be. So,
but you said, I'm sorry, you said the Kala. What was the other one? The Cantois and the Kala.
the angels. Wait, Can Kala, Calah.
So Kala is definitely a good thing.
Well, it says, Jake went in a trance or something. So speaks Gan along the beam. So speaks Gan, and in the voice of the Can Kala, which some call angels. Gan denies the toy with the merry heart of the guiltless. Denies the
I'm just saying, there's the suffix Kala or whatever prefix suffix again, and it means Can Kala or angels, which I never realized. I guess that's the opposite of Cantois, maybe. Oh.
Interesting. Maybe because they definitely do a this not that for the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's not Kala, it's spelled different.
Oh, what's it spelled?
It's Calah, Kala.
Oh.
But it's it's CAN and then a space CALAH, like two words, Can Kala. So it's definitely Kala-like, but not quite the same.
Kala adjacent.
Right. Must be the world next to it. He denies the Crimson King and Discordia itself. Great. So, like, did that do anything for us? Like, if you deny it, does that mean it's not there?
I feel like that would be no.
Yeah. Like, go ahead and deny it, buddy. Like, I hope that makes you feel better.
Yeah, that's a luck.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we'll be like saving the universe. I think I better figure out who that black man is and what he means to us, because I think what I'm seeing comes from the Dark Tower itself. Wait, who's Black Man? Is this Black Man in the cell? I kind of forgot about that part. I think he's talking about Moses, right? This is a man you see, not Susannah, but a man. With a toothbrush mustache, he wears funny little gold rimmed glasses like a wizard in a fairy tale. I guess, is that Moses? I'm not even sure.
I don't know yet. That's kind of what I was assuming, though.
He's in a jail cell. Is the black man in the jail cell gone? Or, I don't know. There's something about the Dogen, but it's not from Mia or Susannah. I think it's from the tower. So the tower's sending Jake messages now. That's interesting. which makes the tower like an entity unto itself, right? As opposed to. So is the tower? Man, no, wait a minute. Is the tower the one that promised the Crimson King? That seems counterproductive, though.
Yeah, there's so
Destroy-
many like layers of forces that are just not explained.
Well, he did say it was big. And yeah, was that the way an ordinary 12-year-old reacted to a near-miss accident? I was like, well, good point. Jake's 12, so he, never really had a chance to be 12, so he could probably overreact to. I'm not even sure you could call that an overreaction, because, I mean, always
he did
only
kind
like
of just,
real friend, right?
well, always, Todd's head. He's basically family.
Well, beyond that, I mean, like
Beyond that,
they have a bond between the two of them that's stronger than the bond with the Quartet.
oh
Yeah.
So like
That's
Obi is only real Eddie and Sue, like they're all adults, like they're almost like mentors and parents as opposed to equals. And you sort of say that differently, that they are equals. But, that can't be like Oi and like him and Oi relate to each other. I guess more than him and the old man ferret relate to each other better than. Anyway, I think he cares more about Oi than the other ones. I guess it's the short way to say that. So he fucking flipped. And he's also 12, so he's never really dealt with emotions because he's died a couple times. He's got a lot to process that he hasn't dealt with. So
he's gone through more than what the average 12-year-old has, especially considering this is like right on the tails of Benny dying.
exactly. Yeah.
So it's kind of understandable.
Of
But
who?
Benny.
Oh, Benny. Oh yeah. Yeah. We went right from the cow into some more shit. Like that didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
You
it's a
kinda
whole book ago, but it's really only 2 days.
Yeah. Well, that's because you don't need this book.
I feel like it's not even been 2 days. This is like the same. Oh, you're right. They had to take a day to get all the shit together after Susannah disappeared. Yeah.
It's at least 1 day, if not 2.
Hasn't she? Wait. Did she? How long was she at the hotel? She had a whole adventure during that, right? Or they had their palaver or whatever. But yeah, I guess it was. I just assumed like she was there like overnight or something. But anyway, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
It hasn't been either way.
But both Susannah and Callahan were both like, Jake's just a boy. Like he's not really a gunslinger. He can't adequately do anything. And I'm like, oh, are you just really? Like, the fuck?
And again, they go get Black 13 because nothing bad could happen by hanging out with that fucking thing. I mean, if the cave went insane, what's to stop Black 13 from going insane? Then shit'll really get interesting.
Well, it sounded like they put it either next to or in the World Towers.
Yeah, the Twin Towers. It was in.
Oh,
yeah.
Is he trying to
so like, is that an illusion of?
Oh yeah, because he says something at the
9/11 happened.
At the very end, he says that.
I like how they can just put it to sleep when they feel like it. Like that's a neat trick.
And to the best of my knowledge, there were never coin op storage lockers in the World Trade Center.
World Trade Center. That's
World Trade Center. Sorry, yeah, not Twin Towers.
Yeah.
But also.
Okay, stop. That is the Twin Towers.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yes. The Twin Towers are the world. They're both the World Trade Center.
Okay. But my assumption was, yeah, he's alluding to 9/11. But how are we to assume that 9/11 happens in every world?
Just because there's, like, the World Trade Center was a hub of, business and commerce, and it was a busy place. Even so that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with 9/11. It just could be where the lockers were, because that would have been a thing.
It's either a handy tool to get rid of Black 13 without Roland actually having to deal with it, or like Black 13 somehow influenced them going down. Maybe, I don't know.
He was clearly, in my head, I thought he was making it clear that 9/11 will destroy Black 13. Don't worry. And I'm like, okay. It's just not enough for that magic, but sure.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get that. What? Who would have known that? Who would have known about 9/11?
Because he said, as soon as they put it in the locker, he said, now it will sit there untouched until 2002. That is, of course, unless some terrible accident happens before then. And if it does, not even the magic of Black 13 can withstand all of the building crumbling down on it or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
that was almost like
obviously,
that was almost like a snarky sarcasm. Like, well, it'll last unless the building falls. But that would never happen.
and if it does, it will certainly destroy Black 13. And I was like, no, it won't, but okay.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, I'm gonna say maybe the building fell because Black 13 was in it.
That's what
Ali was
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like a spread like a cancer.
So is that where the other balls are at? The Pentagon and
It's middle of buried in the ground in Pennsylvania somewhere. Well, yeah, there would have had to been a lot more planes because I think we should probably just stop that line of thought. Because there's what, 12 balls? Do we know how many balls there are? 12, right?
I think so.
Or,
For all that, though.
That's what we never figured out.
yeah, he only talks about what, the 2, right?
He mentions the blue one, but I don't know if we know if it's good or not.
Are any of them good?
That's what we don't know. I
feel like they should be like doing something here. So far, yeah, we're 0 for 2, but and really badly 0 for 2. It's not even close. We got the pink one that traps you in it and does, I don't know, puts you in some kind of weird trance where you're living in memories or something.
Well, at least that one doesn't make you kill yourself.
Yeah, and then there's Black 13. Right. Thought the pink one was bad. Check this out. And I still don't know why it's playing nice. I don't trust it.
Well, it's not exactly playing nice now. They somehow put it to sleep, which I don't really.
I don't know. You just sing it a fucking lullaby, and the most evilest object in the universe will be okay for a little while. Like, why would it? I guess maybe I'm projecting too much. Why would it let them do that to it? I guess but is it actually a thinking entity like that? Although it did send them wherever the hell it wanted. So somebody was doing that because they didn't go where they thought they were going.
Yeah, but like, still, all it did was switch places.
Yeah, still let them go. Just the way they wanted to go. So I was like, fine, I'll let you do it. But it's like, yeah, I'm gonna like shake up the dice and see what happens.
Like,
I didn't
that's
think
more.
that was Black 13. I thought that was just Ka.
Well, he called it Ka, but I don't know.
Well, actually, that's a good point. They didn't use 13 to travel.
They used a Manny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what? Wait. So why didn't they go where they're supposed to?
My theory is that if Eddie was put in New York, he would have just like not been able to do anything but try to find Susannah, and that wouldn't have been helpful to the cause.
True.
Well, and Stephen King needed to see Roland, not anyone else, because no one else was relevant to him at that time.
That's true. Yeah.
I also think Eddie needed to be there with Roland, just for some levity. I think Roland and Stephen King might not have been the greatest conversation.
Well, I think Roland had to be there for, not Roland, Eddie had to be there for Tower.
That's also
because
true.
Tower was the only one, Eddie was the only one who had seen Tower and interacted with him.
So again, it's helping them. It was like, all right, your plan's all right, but this is actually going to be better, so do it this way.
Well, Ka is helping them.
Well, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Or I guess
Wait.
Khan was helping them. Who? Yeah, it's another rabbit hole. He looked on the side of the amazing currency eating vending machine. I like that. This this guy Stephen King, who supposedly thought Me Up may only exist in one world, but what do you bet North Central Positronics exists in all of them? Because that's the Crimson King's rig, and he only wants what any power man despot in history has wanted: to be everywhere, own everything, and basically control the universe. Oh, you're thinking too small. The universe is. No, he doesn't want to control them. He wants to destroy them.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
I gotta email Robin. I don't even know if she can straighten this out. No wonder somebody got paid to figure this shit out. Oh, my God.
Right?
I kind of feel sorry for her because I don't know if I'd want to do it. Okay. The only thing, you know where we're going, and you know what we're apt to find there, right? If another beam lets go, a little mischief won't matter. Well, that's a good point. Oh, he's talking about the Dixie Pig. You know where we're going when we'll find there. Vampires, low man, other servants of the king, possibly Walter, the hooded man in black who sometimes shifted his shape and form and called himself Randall Flagg. Oh, great. So now he's shape-shifting and becoming Randall Flagg. He's not just Randall Flagg.
Well, I guess Randall Flagg looks different than Walter. Looks
Apparently.
different than...
So then I guess Martin looks different than Flagg. Yeah, I should probably just... I think I could like do a dissertation on fucking Walter. I mean, I think that's good enough. They go into Dixie Pig and, well, basically nothing happens except Callahan starts to move 10 feet away. And how did that scene end? I don't remember.
They just kind of walk in and it goes to Susannah.
Oh, yeah. I have to be careful with that because I read the first 2 pages of the next one because I couldn't take it. Because it goes right back to Callahan in the next chapter. So then I had to stop because I didn't want to talk about the wrong stuff. So yes, the shit's about to hit the fan, and Stephen King is dead, as far as we know, right?
According to the newspaper article.
I mean, I don't even like saying that, but that's weird. Stephen King, the character in the book, is dead. Okay, well, it's after 9. I think that's good, right?
Yeah.
Damn talking for a book where nothing happened.
Yeah, 10 minutes my ass.
Well, I thought I just said Susannah sucks and we don't need this book. Let's move on. I don't even look at 7. I didn't think about that, so I have no idea how much we need to read for that. I think we should. I think I have it sitting in the window. Just give me a second. But I think we should take 7 slow. The Dark Tower. Here we go, kids. Nothing will ever be the same.
Is it the Dark Tower 7? The Dark Tower?
Yep. The last Dark Tower book is The Dark Tower.
Right.
Way to be confusing. So, end of podcast. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.